Most people have reason to complain about their boss now and then, but the terrible bosses in charge at these companies created shocking situations that put their employees at risk. Toilet water as punishment. Many shocking stories of worker exploitation have come out of China in the last 10 years. But this tale is not about dirty conditions or long hours. When the mostly rural population comes to the city to find a job, they expect to work hard. However, some horrible bosses go too far and enforce unpaid overtime and create unspeakably bad conditions. The latest video sneaked out of one of these companies shows a company manager forcing his workers to drink water straight from the toilet. This, he stated after being caught and arrested, was intended to motivate them to do more work. Bathroom breaks a waste of time. While no company wants their workers hiding out in the bathrooms and avoiding their job, answering the call of nature is unavoidable during work hours. Some horrible bosses at US poultry producers were charged with preventing workers from taking bathroom breaks at all. This led workers to avoid drinking water, which led to painful dehydration in order to keep their jobs. After all, if you face ridicule and mockery when you're asked to go to the bathroom, what options do you have? Some employees had to wear adult diapers so they wouldn't get fired. Excess work, no pay, and physical and mental abuse. These things are all part of working in a clothing factory in India. When the poor people find a job in one of these companies, they are expected to keep up with a ridiculous load of work every day. Most end way past the normal quitting time. Overtime pay? It's something unheard of for these workers. Not only do they earn only 1 or 2 rupees, they can take very few breaks and are subject to violent physical and mental abuse from their bosses. No rights to regular employment. The small Eastern European nation of Belarus has long been under scrutiny from the international community for forcing workers to do their jobs in horrible conditions without getting paid at all. Even if the people try to make their situation better by forming trade unions, the government steps in and destroys any hope. Regulations nationwide allow for only temporary jobs to be given out, so each worker lives in constant fear of being dismissed. Horrific negligence ends in tragedy. All of the employees at a supermarket warehouse in Bangladesh were ordered to keep working by their manager when a fire alarm went on. By the time they realized that they were in serious danger, it was too late for them to run. Frequently denigrated for its unsafe conditions, this chain store had locked all the exit doors but one and did not have any working fire extinguishers on hand. The inferno and the locked doors trapped 112 employees who perished when the building collapsed. An international outcry called for safety measures to be put in place, but the company refused and said they would look into it themselves. Sweatshop abuse. In a large manufacturing facility in Jakarta, the employees work for long hours without sufficient pay and are subject to vile abuse, both mental and physical. Daily quotas are high, and anyone who does not reach them is punished by standing out in the hot sun without water. In some cases, the horrible managers kick and slap the workers who are not performing as well as they would like. Merchandise is also thrown at them, along with insults and mockery. If anyone stands up for themselves or complains, they are fired immediately. Sweatshop abuse. In a large manufacturing facility in Jakarta, the employees work for long hours without sufficient pay and are subject to vile abuse, both mental and physical. Daily quotas are high, and anyone who does not reach them is punished by standing out in the hot sun without water. In some cases, the horrible managers kick and slap the workers who are not performing as well as they would like. Merchandise is also thrown at them, along with insults and mockery. If anyone stands up for themselves or complains, they are fired immediately. Eyes gouged out for poor productivity. Perhaps the most terrible boss ever was a man who drove his sweatshop employees so viciously that he was actually arrested for his torturous crimes. To speed up production, 250 Asian workers were paid a tiny monthly rate while shoved into a dormitory with less than 40 beds. After staging a protest about the conditions, this boss took away their electricity as well. While this treatment is bad enough, it was much worse for one poor woman who he thought wasn't working up to speed. The manager took a plastic pipe and gouged out both of her eyes in front of everyone on the work floor. Dangerous equipment. Many large machines in a manufacturing plant could cause injury if not maintained properly or used incorrectly. However, in this one Chinese company, the machinery was never fixed and never replaced at all. Employees regularly received burns on their hands and arms. This was so common a problem that they had a burn treatment first aid area on the floor because the workers were sent right back to work. Hopefully soon the machines will be fixed and the employees can work without fear and pain. Calls for help. A woman from Arizona purchased a handbag from a shop and brought it home. When she opened her wallet inside, she found a note written in Chinese characters. After seeking out a translation on the internet, she was shocked to find out what the note said. In some far-off sweatshop halfway around the world, a tired worker had sent out a plea for help to escape the horrible working conditions in the factory. The note said that his workday lasted 14 hours or more, and he was only given scraps of food to eat. As if that note was not shocking enough, more instances like this have happened in all types of products sold in America.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe.